Hey everybody, how's it going today? It's me, Captain Energy. Today I wanted to talk to you about the end of an era. Yamaha just announced this past week that they were going to be discontinuing the Yamaha Montage. It's a bit sad. It's been a very cool keyboard. I think it's got a lot more capability than Yamaha even gave it credit for, and I'm a bit surprised because it is still super overpowered in a lot of ways, and I feel like it could have still gone further, but apparently Yamaha does not feel the same way. Part of the reason I feel that way, though, just so I can kind of clarify what I'm thinking here, is that they just recently brought out the MoDX Plus, which the MoDX Plus is the I'll call it the Montage Home Edition. It's like a less expensive pro keyboard for, gigging and for home studios and such, where the Montage is a bit of a tank and a bit of a flagship heavy duty built machine. Price wise, it's about twice as much for the Montage versus the MoDX. And but the MoDX Plus has the exact same processor specs as the Montage does. And the interesting thing about all that to me right now is that the rumor is that the MoDX Plus will be getting the ANX engine, which is one of the big things that they're talking about adding to the next Montage, which comes out in October. I'm as far as that goes, to get this out there real quick, I have some things I'd like to see in this next keyboard as well. I'd like to see actual sampling. I'd like to see some drum pads on there. I'm not saying let's make it into a MPC, but a lot of those capabilities would be really cool to have on board a system like that, especially considering that Yamaha has not had, that I know of, in a long time, a sampling presence, a sampler that was in the industry really being utilized. The last thing I can think of is the RMX, and that's the 90s type thing. They haven't had a really good presence in the sampling end of the world. It'd be really cool if they had a system that could actually sample, edit samples, have a drum kit that you could make up, play it with pads. You can play it with keys anyway, but pads would be nice addition. And maybe make this thing a real production machine type thing, not just a like right now the Montage is less about production, even though they did later add a sequencer to it and that type of thing, where you could do some clip based playback, record some clips and play them back and that type of thing. That was cool, but the system hasn't really been, it's not a full, you couldn't do a whole production on it standalone. You would need to incorporate like Cubase or something, and Cubase is great because they do have that plugin where you can actually drag content right between the Montage and Cubase. These are the kind of things that I look forward to, is more integration in the next Montage, or whatever they're going to call it, and the next version of Cubase, because Cubase, I guess 13 probably is, not too far off from when the next Montage will release, and I'm sure that being Yamaha and Steinberg are the same company, we're going to see a lot of integration there between the two devices to really kind of bring it together and take it home, That'll be really cool, I think. If there's any features you'd like to see on this next upcoming unit, if you put them in the comments, I'd love to see what you think. There are some other things as well that I'd like to see, like, for example, more outputs, more inputs, maybe an 8 out, 8 in type scenario where I could actually use this as a mixer and sampler, have other devices running into it, maybe even have a second MIDI in and out off of it so that it can control multiple devices right from it. Hook that USB to my machine and then have 2 other keyboards plugged in by MIDI and use all 16 channels. Of course, you could split those channels up, of course, and have more than one machine anyway, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, it's sad to see it go, but, all good things must come to an end, as they say. I am a huge Yamaha fan. I have many Yamaha keyboards at this point. I have had many Yamaha keyboards outside of what I have now over my life. But, they come, they go, and a lot of times you still have them around and you still use them. I still use all of my Yamaha keyboards that I have, and they're great machines. They sound fantastic, and I'm almost willing to bet that the MoDX and the Montage, most of the Montage, becomes a classic flagship sought-after machine in 20 years or something. So if you've got one, you might want to think twice about whether you want to get rid of it or hang on to it, because, it could shoot up in value. It could well be the next DX7, machine that people are looking for in 10 years from now and paying $8,000 for or $10,000 for. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know what you think of the next, or for the next Montage, what you'd like to see. If there's anything you're going to miss about the Montage that as it is, if you have one, if you have a MoDX, what do you think of your Yamaha synthesizers? Hit me up in the comments. I look forward to hearing from you. Have an awesome day. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye for now.